their lead at the top. They are on 25 points. They're 7 points clear of Bournemouth. Of course, the other three in the top four still yet to play this game week. Man United had the opportunity to climb into second, but they're in fifth in the Premier League table, still unbeaten in 4 games. And Crystal Palace and Brighton have also moved up the Premier League table.
Declan, many congratulations. Another clean sheet, another win. What was the key to unlocking this latest one?
To be honest with you, Burnley, since they've come back into the Prem, they've been unbelievable. We've watched a lot of their games, the intensity they have, the wins they've picked up, and obviously to come here to Turf Moor is tough. They've not lost here, and they've maybe lost one in like 18 months, our manager said. So we know it's going to be a tough test, but it was about sticking to our principles, doing the basics really well today. It was a windy day, they play a lot of direct balls, so staying with our pairs and winning a lot of second balls, and in the end our quality shone through, and we could have had 3 or 4 in the first half. Second half weren't the best performance, but showed that other side to it where we can grind out results.
2 contrasting goals. It's important to keep showing those faces, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's important. We keep scoring goals, and however they come or whoever they come from, everyone can keep chipping in, and 2 goals was perfect for us.
Burnley took on Arsenal, and Arsenal have continued their dominance. It started really well for them, Gyökeres scoring in the first half.
They're just so good at set pieces. Gone are those days where they got all these tiny little technicians. Physically they're so strong. Set pieces, they're great. One of the best defensive team in the Premier League. It's just, how about this for a ball from Gyökeres? Love that ball.
Wonderful. And equally as good a ball from Trossard into the box, and Declan Rice with a wonderful header. You see, even at 1-0, you just, we spoke about this before the game, we just cannot see Arsenal conceding goals at the moment. And 1-0, 2-0, game over.
Well, you know what? It's 9 wins in a row in all competitions. That's the first time in 7 years as that's happened for Arsenal, and 7 clean sheets in a row as well. It's looking pretty good. Well, let's actually reflect on Arsenal for a moment. Of course, they are the league leaders. They've gone 7 points clear, and I'm sure Mikel Arteta is very happy about that.
Mikel, yet another win, yet another clean sheet. What was the key to that today for you at Burnley?
Well, especially the way we started the game. I think in the first half we were exceptional, scored 2 goals, probably should have scored another 2 or 3, we give nothing away. And that was a platform to win it, because in the second half it's true that we weren't that precise, especially with the ball. We had to make a few changes, and we didn't have that much control of the game. But defensively, again, we were exceptional to maintain the clean sheet.
Morgan, you were heading for all 3 points, but settling for a point, first point since September. Overall, can you be happy with that?
I think the only positive we can look at is the form that Man United have been on, and to get a point is obviously good, but the whole dressing room is frustrated not to get the 3 points. Conceded 2 silly corners. It's frustrating. I don't think the first one's even a corner, to be honest. It's frustrating, but we're back scoring now, and it's the edge then to then go and really believe that we can go on and win the game, and then literally within a minute we went and scored another one. But unfortunately we couldn't just see out the game and get the 3 points, but we take the point and we take all the positives and move on to the next one.
But what about the corner that led to the goal that was conceded? I know it's a set piece, and you know what's going to come off Sean Dyche because it was defending the corner, and both goals have come from those set pieces. Inconclusive to whether it was a corner or not for their first goal.
Yeah, from where I was standing, I was pretty far away. It didn't look like it went out. I haven't been in to be able to check it yet, so all the boys were saying at half-time, the analysis, they're saying that the ball never went out, so I think it's something that needs to be looked at, because it's happened twice to us now in 2 weeks. Last week against Bournemouth, it wasn't their corner, so it's something they need to look at, because it cost us two extra points today. So we'll see.
Let's take a look at what Morgan Gibbs-White was referring to there. Of course, the controversial corner from the opening half that gave Manchester United the 1-0 lead. What did you think?
To be fair, it makes a point. Obviously United are attacking, they cross the ball with a great header, and because he's headed, he's trying to keep it in. And it looks like he does, especially from that angle. This one is slightly different, whether it's, in or out. It looks probably fractionally in, but I think the linesman on the other side is making the decision. He's probably about 90 yards away.
Too far.
So it's it's really difficult to see, and VAR can't intervene. You see what Sean Dyche thinks of it, but why can't they just have it a bit like tennis? Where if you got kind of sensors, but great header from Casemiro. He's so good in the box. Gibbs-White's marking him, and watch what he does. See you later. Just leaves him. A great header.
What a header.
Yeah, I think Forest can feel hard done by conceding that corner, whether it's justified or not. But they cannot feel hard done by their marking, and that's their own fault really. No one should get a free header inside.
It doesn't even jump.
It doesn't even jump. So very soft goal to give away.
Well, they were disappointed, as we just heard from Morgan Gibbs-White, but whatever Sean Dyche said to them at half-time clearly worked, because they came out of the blocks in the second half, and Morgan Gibbs-White got on the score sheet pretty much, 3 minutes into the second half?
To be fair, they dominated. Man United just sat off them. How about this for a pass from Elliot Anderson? I love that. Great switch of play. And to be fair, they really struggled to deal with crosses, I think, at this point, Manchester United. Such an easy, but Yates just pops it in. And it's a fantastic header from Gibbs-White, isn't it?
It's a great header, gets across his man in Ahmad, but if you look from this angle, the challenge that Ahmad puts in, I know he's not a natural defender, but surely you can do a little bit better than that defensively, a bit more. So, talked about United's goal being a free header and a soft goal to give away. I thought this was equally as soft if you look at the defensive side of it.
Well, it certainly set up an exciting second half, didn't it? Because then Forest didn't look back after that. And they scored, seconds later? This was Savona that put them ahead, 2-1.
Yeah, to be fair, they dominated at this point. Again, Manchester United don't really get any pressure on the ball. Igor does terrific. And to be fair, Savona does fantastic. He's the right back there. Watch, he just plays this ball in and runs inside, in behind Cunha. And to be fair, Dallo just turns around. And I think once he turns around there, he has no idea where he is.
No, he doesn't know where the opposition player is, but he's looking at the ball, he's looking at the situation there. Look, he sees the ball drop, he needs to react quicker. He hesitates for half a second, and when you hesitate half a second, that's what happens.
That angle there, you see, it just stops for like half a second. But credit the defender, he just kept running, and sometimes if you run in a straight line, it can come to you. But to be fair, what a strike this is from Ahmad.
How about that, Ida? What did you make of the strike from Ahmad?
Lovely strike, and he half and more made up for, let's say, his weak defending in Forest's first goal. That strike is just as sweet as you like, on the volley. De Ligt, puts himself in front of the goalkeeper. I don't think there's anything in it. I think VAR checked it to see if there was a
possible handball there.
Probably that's the incident that VAR were checking. My initial thought was if De Ligt was in the eyesight of the goalkeeper.
They said it wasn't deliberate.
Exactly. So I think a wonderful equaliser. Would have been a shame if that wouldn't have stood.
To be fair, I wonder if we could kind of look at that from the top again, because there's a point where Bruno says to Ahmad, like, you're a little bit out of position.
Yeah, he did.
And what you got to do, you got to listen to your boss. And to be fair, Ahmad, it's only fractions, but they must have worked this on the training ground, and it's so good. No, it's another angle.
It's just the bit where he was.
Yeah, they're kind of. It's almost behind the goal. Yeah.